happened, guys. Look, I did put the Rickroll in the thing because I thought that was funny. But look, that's Aaron. That's me. Ta-da.
I won't repeat what I said when we first got on camera.
Okay.
Aaron and Nora are actually on a live stream together. It's not clickbait like they both have been guilty of in the past. They're laughing about how he supposedly started the stream off with a spicy word, and Nora says probably this whole stream will get them both cancelled. She's very relaxed for someone who has claimed she's scared of Aaron, is traumatized by him and doesn't trust him. Nora says her goal is to have an adult conversation with Aaron and to build an inclusive activist community where people feel safe and welcome. Nora is the one who reached out to Aaron and said she wanted to do a live stream with him. Aaron was just calling Nora a scumbag on his channel last night. Nora says she had a lot more auditing and also some more training than Aaron had, so Scientology probably affected her more profoundly and negatively than Aaron. He said that if he had joined the Sea Org at Flag the way he had wanted to as a teenager, he would probably still be in the Sea Org. He said he knew that he would never go through the RPF. Aaron shows his headshot from when he was doing some acting in Los Angeles and laughs. Aaron says he ran into Heather's mother in Costco last week, but didn't say anything to her because he's not trying to make anyone uncomfortable in a grocery store. Aaron says he thinks Mike Rinder was holding back some information about things that he did in Scientology, because some people like Lisa McPherson's family would have been happy to sue him over those things if he had made them public. Nora agrees. Aaron claims Mike was lying when he said he never helped cover up child sexual abuse in Scientology. Nora tells Aaron she felt completely abandoned by him when ZDT came into the SPTV community, and Aaron didn't believe that ZDT had called Nora's job. Nora says she had talked about what was wrong with ZDT for a long time and no one helped her. But then when ZDT started targeting a minor protester, she felt abandoned by the whole community because the community jumped into action around that. But people wouldn't do that for Nora. Aaron says he didn't start caring about anything ZDT did until ZDT was hit with criminal charges. Nora says that was part of her heartbreak. Aaron says he's not good at emotionally supporting people. Nora asks him if he's going to work on that, and Aaron says he doesn't want to do that. Aaron and Nora start disagreeing about whether Aaron is a leader in the ex-Scientology community because he helped found the Aftermath Foundation and the S.P.T.V. Foundation. Nora starts talking about the SGB shots, and she tells Aaron this isn't about Jamie Mustard. Aaron tells Nora he was just being mean when he said on his channel that if Nora is a product of those shots, he doesn't want them. Aaron says he thinks it's wrong for anyone in the ex-Scientology community who isn't a doctor or a mental health professional to advocate for their shots unless they're just saying, "This is what the shots did for me, and I think they're great." Aaron agrees with John Attack in saying that the vast majority of research is about SGB shots helping PTSD for combat veterans. He says combat PTSD is very different from the kind of complex PTSD that many survivors of Scientology deal with, and that the SGB shots haven't been proven to help with that kind of trauma. Aaron says Jamie and others have been heavily and irresponsibly promoting the shots in a tiny community, and he thinks that's problematic. Nora says Aaron wasn't impressed with Jamie Mustard's book on the SGB shots, and she admits now that she hasn't finished reading Jamie's book. That's terrible because she's been pushing his book and pushing the shots for months now. When Nora says the S.P.T.V. Foundation summarily dismisses people's requests for the SGB shots, Aaron says that's not true and it never has been true. Aaron says the shots are always supposed to be used in conjunction with long-term mental health treatment, and there was someone who applied to get the shots from the S.P.T.V. Foundation who had only had one therapy session in his entire life. Aaron says Jamie has an incentive to promote the SGB shots, and Nora pushes back on that. Aaron says he doesn't have proof that Jamie gets financial kickbacks when some people get SGB shots, but Jamie wrote a book about the shots and gets money for that. Aaron's very frustrated with Nora at this point. Aaron says Jamie started out recommending that everyone go to his co-author's very expensive clinic in Chicago to get the SGB shots. He says Jamie generated a lot of business for that doctor, and he doesn't believe Jamie did that just to get a pat on the head. Nora says Jamie wanted to talk to her specialist before she got the SGB shots to make sure that doctor knew what he was doing. That frustrated Aaron because Jamie's not a doctor. Aaron goes back to finish the story about the person who applied to get funding for the SGB shots from the S.P.T.V Foundation. Aaron asked that person to ask their therapist for a recommendation about whether she thinks the shots would benefit them. The applicant said they would do that, and then Aaron never heard from them again. Aaron says what happened next was that Nora started publishing messages from that applicant and saying that the S.P.T.V Foundation was refusing to help people. Aaron asks Nora why that person emailed her just to start talking shit about the foundation. Aaron says he wonders if that person was a plant, and Nora says no, because she was talking to that person about a wide range of other ex-Scientology issues. Nora says she reached out to Aaron because yesterday Aaron, Serge, Michael, and one of the Jane Does went to a police commission meeting, and that what they said about Scientology was extremely important. She asks why Aaron didn't tell Audit LA that the Los Angeles Times was going to be at that meeting. Aaron gets annoyed and says he doesn't know Audit LA. Nora suggests that Aaron should have her on his channel to talk about some of the work that she has done for the anti-Scientology movement. Aaron says he wasn't sharing the information that the Times was going to be at that meeting because he didn't want certain people like bucket-shitting Scott Hochstetter showing up there. That upsets Nora, and she says Aaron should stop calling DOA a bucket shitter. Nora says no one else at the police commission meeting told her that the Times was going to be there, and Aaron asks her why. Nora says they're probably all pissed off at her, and Aaron laughs. It sounds like Nora's doing this stream with Aaron to try to get back in the know of important information that Aaron and his friends have. She says if she had known that the Times was going to be there, she would have called DOA over and over again until he agreed not to go there. Aaron gets frustrated enough to yell, "I'm an ex-Scientologist," when Nora says she doesn't think DOA went there to counter-protest ex-Scientologists. She was saying DOA was just there to counter-protest Aaron. Nora didn't watch what happened, so Aaron tells her to watch the fucking stream. Nora tells Aaron she vehemently disagrees with his interaction with ZDT outside the courtroom. She says she's afraid that Aaron's aggressiveness will make ZDT seem more sympathetic to the judge. Aaron says he's gotten advice after the fact that he shouldn't have followed ZDT as long as he did. Aaron tells Nora that he's not suing her anymore. He tells her she needs to stop supporting DOA if she wants the anti-Scientology community to be more inclusive. Nora says she's willing to say that the SPTV Foundation is a real foundation that is helping people. She says it's a conflict of interest for the board members to link to their personally monetized channels, and Aaron says it isn't. Aaron says he has power in this community and that he wields it intentionally. He says he was very clear last night that he was very disappointed in the people he saw supporting DOA in the live chat yesterday. They start talking about T, and Aaron loses his temper, telling Nora that T is a moderator for his ex-mistress, so T is not just someone who minds her own business. Nora brings up Aaron bullying Liz Ferris and Lara on a live stream, and Aaron says that people in the community are upset about that, because no one says that Liz Ferris lies her ass off. Then Aaron and Nora keep interrupting each other, and Aaron says, "Fucking Christ, please." This stream is very annoying to watch. Aaron claims now that Liz and Lara didn't have to send him a link to include him in their conversation, but that stream clearly shows Aaron in the chat demanding multiple times for Liz to send him a link to join the stream. Aaron says being the president of something means nothing, and Nora wholeheartedly disagrees. Nora says this conversation could be her and Aaron's first baby step toward not being at war with each other. It looks like Nora lost some subscribers after this video, and she has turned off the live chat replay because so many of her chatters were disappointed in her doing this live stream with Aaron. Aaron says he doesn't have a reason to say anything negative about anyone in a video ever unless they're talking shit about the SPTV Foundation, him or his friends. Nora says she felt like she was in the right for supporting and defending Jenna after Jenna's videos about Aaron came out. Aaron tries to get her to stop talking about that, saying that he's not going to say anything about that situation and that Nora shouldn't say anything else about it that needs a response from him. Then she says that she didn't handle that situation with Jenna's videos correctly, and she's saying that publicly to Aaron. She says if she had a time machine, she would do things differently about that. Me too, Aaron says, laughing. Then Nora laughs too. No wonder Nora's losing subscribers over this video. Aaron says he doesn't want to be at war with Nora, and she says she doesn't want to be at war with him. Aaron asks Nora what she means when she says no one is holding him accountable, and he says that if he does something wrong, it's not the entire community's business. Nora says her feelings about that have changed now, and she agrees that disagreements should be handled privately at this point, because things can blow up. Nora says she can't watch as much anti-Scientology content as she used to, because it's hard on her mental health, and it affects her sleep and it upsets her. She says she agrees that her emotional rants on YouTube and her reaction streams are not the best use of her time and talent. For most of this stream, Aaron has been doing a better job than usual of listening to Nora. Aaron says there are a lot of hateful comments about him in Nora's stream, and he's not going to bring those up. Nora starts bringing up protests at Tesla dealerships, and Aaron says, "Okay, we get the point. Jesus." Aaron says anyone who has a problem with him and Nora streaming together can go fuck themselves because they're the problem in this community. Nora tells people that anyone who has her phone number is welcome to call her and talk it out if they're upset that she's doing this stream. Aaron says he doesn't owe it to everyone who's doing good work to bring them on his channel. Aaron describes himself as the Jon Stewart of the anti-Scientology community. He tells Nora protesting should be fun if they want more people to join them. Aaron tells Nora that she and some others like to really downplay the trauma that he had in Scientology because he's white and straight and successful on YouTube. He says that's really not cool. He says people say that he turns on fake tears, and he says that's really shitty and that no one would ever question her tears. People in Aaron's chat are saying that Nora is saying she takes responsibility for things, but she's not apologizing for anything. She says when she first got the SGB shots, she probably should have taken 2 months off YouTube, and instead she hurt herself by pushing herself to stay on camera. When she starts talking about DOA, Aaron says, "Let's fast forward." He says DOA is disgusting and vile and needs to go. He says when DOA is gone, the protest movement will be rebuilt from the ground up, without anyone who supported DOA. Nora starts to push back, and Aaron yells again, saying that she can't say that taking a stand against division is divisive. He says Nora keeps saying that he has power, and she keeps telling him how he should use that power. Nora says she hopes something good can come from this conversation with Aaron, and she hopes they will keep collaborating.
Guys, listen, I have some memory issues. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't remember. I remember trauma very vividly.
Didn't remember our 1 hour conversation.
No, I did. I was on drugs. I was on anesthesia. And then
it was the best conversation we ever had, Nora.
I'm glad you
Can
had
you
a
be
good
on
time. No, it
anesthesia
was
more
the best
often?
conversation.